Hi, Abby. How are you doing? We're so honored to be able to celebrate this, at least remotely, your bachelorette party. We've been asked to come up with some thoughts about you and Cole over the years. And one of my favorite memories really doesn't involve you, sorry, but it does involve Cole, your fiance. The day he came to have breakfast with me and asked me for your hand in marriage, I'll never forget it. He was clearly pretty nervous, but more than nervous, I've never seen him that excited, particularly as he talked about you and how much he loved you and what a great, an amazing gift you were from God in his life. So I hope you'll always cherish that memory, at least recounted by me. Among that, he also bought my breakfast, which I was always happy to see and thrilled for that too. But it was a wonderful morning. It was a wonderful memory. Love you both, and hope you have many, many fun and enjoyable and happy, God-filled years of marriage. Love you.
Oh, hello, Abigail. I'm just fixing your dad's car, like I always do. Because I'm not standing in front of your big picture, which makes me think of you every time we come in here. And I was asked to say something for your bachelorette party about one of my favorite memories of you and Cole. And I think one of the best and the oldest memories is when you were first dating and you went to see the movie Oblivion, and you called yourself the effective team, and you called yourself the effective team all these years. And I think that's really neat, and I pray that as you're married people, that you will always try to be an effective team together, and that you'll put the Lord first in your relationship. And I just think y'all just have a wonderful life ahead of you, and I'm so excited to be a part of it. Love you.
Hello, my dearest Abigail. PSA, I have some notes so I don't forget something, so forgive me. Yes, I am filming this in your bed because I am really gonna miss you, and it's really crazy thinking that we only have 2 more weeks by the time you watch this to be roommates. I remember when our friendship really kind of took off was when we lived at the barracks, and thank goodness Katie had a trundle because we were the best 4th roommate ever. And I vividly remember you had that little pantry, and all I can remember is that you always had off-brand H-E-B Coca-Cola in there.
Hi Abby, congratulations first of all on you and Cole, and thank you so much for including me in this special time and special day. It really is an honor to be a part of this at all. Your friendship means so much to me. When I was looking for a roommate for college, I didn't expect that my roommate would end up being my roommate for all 4 years, and someone who became very, very important to me. I remember the first week of college, we became friends like right away, and that was really special and very helpful as a freshman in college, not knowing what to do, to have someone who lived in the same room as me, who was so as patient, as supportive and encouraging as you. It really made a difference in my life. So for you and Cole, I'm very happy. The first time I met Cole, I was really excited because I was like, oh wow, he's a little bit dorky. This makes me love him even more, because I thought he was just a cool baseball guy. And you're a little bit dorky sometimes too, and I love it. So it made me just love Cole.
I have a lot of great memories with Cole and Abby. Like I said, they've been together for a great part of my life. But I think one of my favorite memories is I was in like 6th or 7th grade, and I had this electric Barbie car, and they were upstairs in the media room one night, and I put a camera in it and I drove it into the media room, and I was recording them, and I just thought I was so funny, and I think Cole got mad, but at the time I just thought I was hilarious. So that's just something that I've always remembered.
So memories about Abby and Cole, or memories with Abby and Cole. I remember in college when Abby and I went to Austin. I was gonna go visit a friend and she was gonna go visit Cole, and we were staying at my friend's house, and Abby kept texting me, pushing back the time that I could expect her to get back to my friend's house, because her and Cole were just having so much fun together. And so I was just thinking how cool it is that you never have to say goodbye to Cole again after y'all are married. You get to go back to the same place and sleep in the same bed and live in the same place, and you will never have to have those awful late night goodbyes again. So that's just something I was thinking of. But another memory I have is when we went to like Brian, and I guess this doesn't involve Cole, but it's about him. And we were sitting on the paddle boards, and we were just talking about how we wanted to marry Davis and Cole, and just seeing how much we love Cole in that moment was really sweet. And look, it's actually happening. Y'all are about to get married, and I am so pumped for y'all.
What I love about you and Cole is your love for each other. That sounds really simple and silly, but I feel like y'all have been together for so long, and a lot of couples who have been together for so long, you can grow like cranky or just hardened or used to each other. But you and Cole just, I feel like you have that honeymoon phase still like 5 years later. And obviously it's been hard and you've gone through a lot, but I feel like you love Cole more every day. And every time I talk to you, you are more giddy and excited about him and just appreciate him. I love how you guys love each other exactly the way you are, and you appreciate each other for your differences and the person that you are. You never try to change Cole, and he never tries to change you. And it's so encouraging and happy to see, and I wouldn't want anything different for you.
Hello, friend! So I finally get to make this video because you are in Prosper picking up your beautiful wedding dress. And I'm just so excited for this time, and I'm happy that we were able to go on this trip and really get to celebrate you like you deserve to be celebrated, and just want to take this time to kind of talk to you and tell you how much we love you. So first I'll start off with why I love you and Cole. First, I really love y'all because of your differences. I love that you're so tiny and that he's so tall. I love that he geeks out with cybersecurity stuff and you're a nurse and just very different. I love that he's extremely introverted, and I'd say you're more of an introverted extrovert to be determined. But I also love y'all because of your similarities and how much you love people, and you have such giving hearts, and you just love each other so much, and you'll have the cutest love story ever. So yeah, y'all are adorable, and I have loved getting to know y'all this past year and a half.
Hey, Abby. It's your favorite brother and sister-in-law.
Hello.
We love you
And we miss you.
very much, and we just have a few words to share with you.
Yeah. First, we just wanted to share just something that we really appreciate about you guys and really love, and that's the joy you bring one another, and how in turn that brings so much joy to those who love you guys and those around you. And we're certain that that is only going to continue in marriage.
Absolutely.
I love everything about Cole and Abby. They have both watched me grow up since like 6th grade, and I watched them grow as a couple, and I just love how they are around each other and how they treat each other and how good they are to each other, and it just sets such a good example for me, and it just shows me what I want in a relationship and what I want out of love. I want a man like my brother, and I really look up to Abby, and I hope I can be half as good as her as a girlfriend and a fiance and a wife. So I just really appreciate having them to look up to.
One of the things I really like most about y'all is how inviting you are of people in your life and accepting. I don't think you've ever questioned kind of why someone is the way they are. You just love them no matter what, and you're so quick to serve whoever it is. You just really don't even think about it. Your first instinct. I think that's really a mark of the Lord on your life and how he's changed your heart, and Cole's as well. I mean, you really both are just so gifted in building relationships and maintaining them, and I think that's really special. So my prayer for y'all's marriage is that that continues to grow and that God is able to use that in a really powerful way. And I pray that y'all are just the happiest people in the world. I mean, y'all are so cute and the best relationship, and I just really hope y'all are always so happy, and I hope that God protects y'all from any real hardships in life, and that he can use your marriage to glorify him, and y'all are just happy forever.
When asked the question, why would Abby be a great wife? I think the better question would be, why would Abby not be a great wife? Because she has so many qualities that I personally admire, and have admired since the day that I met her. But I think one of the biggest things that stands out is her selflessness. She has always been the person to pick the short straw, by choice. If there's not enough beds, she's volunteering for the floor. If somebody needs a favor and it's like not super convenient for her, she'll go out of her way to do it. It's just the way she is. You can try to push her to be selfish, and she just can't do it. It's not in her. And I think that as a wife, God calls us to serve our husbands, and a lot of people can take that negatively and think, well, I don't want to submit to anyone, like that's not my role. But for Abby, I think that just comes naturally to her. Like, she wants to do it out of love, because she knows that out of God's love, she can serve others in that way. And so I think that will greatly help their marriage, and she'll be a great mother in addition to that, because a lot of times you really have to put other people's needs before yourself. And she's already doing that in her friendships, especially.
Abby, you are going to be the best wife. After living within a few feet of you for the past 2 years, Cole's getting one dang good roommate. You are selfless, servant-hearted, gentle, an incredible listener, and so wise. You are disciplined and so hardworking, and you're going to be the best nurse. And you freaking make your bed every day, so you can't get more wifely than that. I love you, and I hope I get to stay in Austin so I can see you all the time.
And Abby, we know that for too many reasons to count, you're going to be a fantastic wife for Cole. But one of them is just that you are such a servant, and you love to serve those around you, and you have compassion for those around you. And we know that that's just going to be a blessing to Cole and for y'all's marriage. And so we love you and love you both, and can't wait to celebrate with y'all, whatever that looks like.
Here pretty soon.
Yep.
We love you.
Love you.
Abby, you're gonna be the best wife. And one of those reasons is because you're an incredible friend, and friendship is a huge part of marriage. Just having someone who is the best listener, which you are, and also who gives great advice. Cole's gonna experience all your great advice whenever he's had a hard day or just needs to talk something through. And you'll be able to listen when he needs you to listen and give really good advice. Second, you'll be a great wife because you really care about the things that others are passionate about. And so Cole's hobbies, whether his job, you really dive all in and try to understand it is what he does. Even though it's so technical, you really do try and learn and understand his world so you can talk about it. And I remember that surprising him, and it's gonna be a really cool part of your marriage, of learning his hobbies together and y'all getting to experience that together. I know he's gonna appreciate it. And 3, you're gonna be a great wife because you're a freaking babe.
Abby, you are going to be the most phenomenal wife in the world. Every man should be crying that they don't get to have you as their wife. And Cole's so lucky. You are so selfless. It just comes naturally to you. It's amazing to see, and it's so encouraging. You always see the best in people and assume the best in people and give everyone the benefit of the doubt, which is just amazing. And you just exemplify the fruits of the Spirit, and it's just so obvious that you have Jesus in your heart. When I think of the fruits of the Spirit, like, I just think of you, and you are so patient and gentle. You're patient with me, with Cole, with your friends. You are just a light and a refreshment to everyone who knows you, and you are one of the most phenomenal people I've ever met, if not the most phenomenal person. You are just amazing.
I am praying for your marriage. I'm praying that both of us will figure out how to live with a boy. That's step 1. Also, I'm praying that Cole's heart and David's heart changes for letting us get dogs. So that's really important. But in all seriousness, I'm praying that y'all's marriage flourishes and continue to put Christ at the center, which I know y'all do so well. And I just know that you will just be really exemplifying Christ through all that y'all do. So I'm excited and praying for that for y'all.
But I'm praying for your marriage, most importantly, that it's a picture of the gospel and that everyone you interact with sees your relationship as a mirror of the gospel. And in a world where relationships can look so different these days, I'm praying that you two would stand out for good. I'm praying for favor and blessing, that you would forgive each other often and give each other grace. It's going to be hard, no doubt, but I pray that you both fight for each other, that the Lord would give you each a passion to serve one another, and that you are patient with each other as you both navigate this new territory.
And we know that because of the coronas, that engagement season hasn't gone perfectly. There's been some things that had to been moved around, and so we are just praying that in this time that the sadness of missing out on some of those things is replaced with the joy of marriage and going down this journey together and experiencing one of God's greatest creations, which is marriage. And just praying that you just have an opportunity to spend a ton of time with one another and really invest in y'all's marriage.
So early on.
My prayer for Abby as a wife would be to not put too much pressure on herself to be perfect, to be the perfect wife, to have the perfect marriage, because we all know that that's impossible. I pray that she also realizes that she has so many women, especially including myself, who love her dearly, and that she has many people that she can turn to for, the victories in her marriage, the trials in her marriage, for every season of life, just to have someone to rejoice with her, cry with her, whatever. That even though, we're not always together, and that, friendships and marriage can be different, that I pray that she realizes we're all still going to be there for her through thick, thin, everything.